Okay, so we're gonna do a butterfly, and you're gonna need either the petal sponge, or if you have these whole sponges, you just cut a triangle. Like, these sponges can be cut into different sizes. I like the small triangle for the small children's faces. These, I use them for adults that have long faces, and I use them like this. But you'll see, like, on a kid's face, it's too big. So when you have a child's face, you would use a smaller one, like the petal, or a cutout of the triangle. So what you do, I'm gonna start with the petal. You wet it, you wring it out, and then I have this old cake, and what I do is I just load it. It still needs more loading there, so you keep going till it's fully loaded. Okay, that looks good. I just wet it in the water, and then I squeezed it as hard as I could to get most of the water out. So I like to get right in the crook right here, and right in the crook right here. So I like to angle it so that it looks like a real butterfly. And I do go over the child's eyebrow in real life, and I just kind of bring it down. Sometimes the ends don't show as much. There's a push. There you go. And then at the bottom, I get right in the crook, and I like to push that down. And I only do really one. So there we go. Again, over here, I like to angle it and really get that corner, really get that tip, and I bring it down because I like the top one to be bigger than the bottom one. I don't really worry about the edges being too clean until I'm done positioning the paint. The bottom just stays pretty much a petal. And then I look at it and I make sure they're kind of even. There we go. There we go. That looks more even. Let me see. It's pretty even. There we go. Okay. Put that there. And if you wanted to do it with this one, we'll try that out here. I just dip it and I wring it mostly out. And I just so because this one's shorter, I'll get a little further away from the eye. There you go. There we go. So this one, because it's not cut the same, you do kind of have to pay attention to the general shape of it. Just take a look at it and make it. I like it to be pretty angled. So I actually do, on the child, I do get like a baby wipe and I'll clean up the edges. Like I like it to be at an angle. Just clean it up. So if you don't do it perfect, that's fine. Just clean up your edges. Okay. But you'll see how it looks different. You see how this sponge has more pores than this sponge? And this butterfly looks way cleaner than this one. Like even if you kind of blend a little more, it still has more pores. So clearly I recommend the petal brush. Then I grab a turquoise because this cake had some turquoise in it. And I can either use that turquoise, but I like this turquoise because it's got shimmer to it. This is the Maryland one. So, let's put the water over here. Get the excess water out. Let's see here. So I'll start on this one. And what I do is, I bring it up, I press for the body. This one doesn't look as good, so there we go. So softly here, and then just start pressing harder, and then I bring it out. So the trick here is to bring it out and then bring it into this thick side and then bring it in so it looks thin, and then kind of stagger it so it looks a little more natural. So I bring it out and then I just wiggle. I know people do it so many different ways, but I just like to not make it so complicated. So you just kind of stagger it. It'll still look good. And then you have to always consider, some children have smaller foreheads than other children, so let's do it again. So just remember you did 4, so just do 4 here. Bring it out, wiggle it, bring it in, stagger it, bring it in, bring it in, bring it in. You did 4 there. Then I just bring it out and I kind of press here because it's the bottom one. Oh, I did that one higher, so just do the same and then just stagger it. So bring it up, press here, and then okay, the bottom again, I just kind of press a little here and then I kind of press a little bit here. If it doesn't look exactly the same, just correct it. See how here I wiggled more than there? I don't like that, so we'll go back and wiggle more. There. Now it looks a little more synchronized. And then I'll just grab my white is cut up because I refilled my palette. So when it looks a little grainy like this, I like to get a little closer to the eye. So that you can kind of hide the graininess, because depending on the sponge that you used. And then I just kind of mirror what I did on the other side. And you can either do glitter here, here, and here. If you don't have glitter, you can do like some swirlies or whatever you'd like to do, but I usually just do glitter because that's my favorite. This is Tag White. You'll see that when I angle the brush, the dots come out different, like there and then there. You kind of have to just keep your brush straight up. Don't get lazy like me. See how much better these dots look than those dots? Because I was getting lazy. Don't get lazy. I guess I'll do 3 here. And then I just do glitter on top of that. Let me know if I explained that okay or not.